In an effort to break format more than we already are, and no, it's not a house tour, with what seems like an unending amount of video conferencing apps that have come out in the last few years, a few have taken the spotlight as the premier platforms to use for at-home working. Today, we're going to go over those platforms and see which one fits the mold to be crowned the king of internal communication in a post-pandemic era. Let's get started. First up is Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is published by none other than Microsoft and was released in 2017. It includes video conferencing from software you may have heard of already. In 2011, Microsoft acquired a small video conferencing software called Skype, and later integrated a business form of Skype into Microsoft Teams along with a group messaging platform. Microsoft Teams is a direct competitor to Slack, with the ability to video chat, text, create group channels, set up meetings, and much more. During the summer of 2021, Microsoft Teams had 250 million users on the platform. The downside to Microsoft Teams seems to be their branding. The familiar look of Microsoft Word and Excel was the inspiration behind the design, but the color palette and actual logo of the Microsoft Teams branding is nothing to look twice at. Now moving on to our next competitor, Zoom. I know you've probably heard of Zoom meetings, especially in the last year or so. It's become a household name with the availability to work at home or on the go. Heck, it's even in some cases become a verb to Zoom your coworkers. While Zoom lacks as much functionality in the text communication department, it does allow storage, text messaging, and meeting scheduling, much like other competitors. Zoom thrives in the video conferencing department, thus making it one of the most competitive companies in this industry. Even considering the strength of Zoom meetings, Zoom's branding is not much to look at, as it's only a word mark. Lastly, and arguably the least strong in the video conferencing department, Slack. Slack has recently just introduced video conferencing in an effort to stay up with competitors like Microsoft Teams. While the primary function of Slack is to mainly group message, other features such as topic-specific chat rooms, third-party integration, and huddles, which is a channel with specific members in it that can be used as a lightweight audio call in real time, are also part of the application. The nice thing about Slack calling is that you can set it up to be audio only if you choose to go camless, and it can also be used with others outside of Slack. So Microsoft Teams and Zoom and Slack could all have a user in one Slack huddle. In terms of user experience, this is a really nice bonus, even considering you'd have to upgrade to a paid account in order to access this feature. Another thing about Slack is that it's nice in the branding department. The energetic colors and customizability of the app on a user basis are really good for boosting brand recognition, in my opinion. So with all these platforms in mind, now we have to crown a king. While all of them have their pros and cons, I think the clear winner is it's gotta be Zoom. Where Slack has the better branding and Microsoft Teams has the better funding and functionality behind it, Zoom I think still brands itself well as the primary source for internal communication and even has branched out into external communication with clients. Do you use any internal communication software? If so, let us know in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to check out our downloadable resources and follow us on social media. We'll catch you in the next one.